With us, typically we start off early, we move the ball, we share the ball, we play great defense, we build up a lead. Then I don't know, something happens, whatever it may be, and then guys feel the need to be the hero, take over. Lou being the sixth man, he's done it all year long. DeMar being an all-star, Kyle being an all-star, certain guys, even myself, and guys on the bench, we feel the need to try to do too much, and that causes us to not move the ball, to not pass the ball, not share the ball. A lot of ISO situations, a lot of quick shots, a lot of 1-2 pass shots, so we just got to stay away from that. Guys understand that in order for us to win, especially in the playoffs, we got to move and share the ball, but that's still at the same time. We can have our ISOs, we can have our quick shots in transition, but it's better to start off moving the ball and then seeing how the game goes on, and then forward from there, you can decide how many quick shots you can do.
And I don't mean to be a smart ass when I ask this, but is that something that can be turned around?
I mean, yeah, we've done it before. It's not like we haven't had games where we've had like 27 assists, and each and every guy's in double figures, and we've won the basketball game. So we've done it before. But then again, we've had games where we've had 12 assists and quick shots, people missing shots, and it's not a pretty game, So we've had our combination of both. So it's just all about finding that right balance. And, we focused in, we honed in on it throughout practice today, and do it again at shoot around before the game tomorrow. And then hopefully when the game time comes along, we're still on that same page.
Would that be a matter of patience and waiting things out?
It's a lot of time, scoring momentum. Early on in the basketball game, you run the set plays, you get a feel for the game, you start building up a lead, then you get a little comfortable at times, and then you feel like you can go in ISO situations, and then you feel like you want to do too much for the team, and then that may cause the game to shift in the other direction. So it's just hit or miss. It's all about what's going on in the course of the game. But we've had games where it's worked. We've had games where it didn't work. We've had games where we've shared the ball and it worked. And we've had games where we shared the ball and it didn't work. So it's just all about finding the right balance. It's all about being on the same page, most importantly.
Patrick, you obviously didn't want to be in this situation, but is there something to be gained now from sort of rallying around this, people are counting us out and saying we're cooked, sort of adopting the siege mentality?
Honestly, we could care less what other people say about us. Whether it's fans, whether it's critics, reporters, analysts, it doesn't matter. Had we worried about that, we wouldn't be in the position we are now, especially last year where everyone was down on us and we were able to turn things around. So with us, we understand we're pretty much playing with our backs against the wall. Game 3 is basically a game that we have to have, plain and simple, black and white. We cannot lose game 3, and we're all on the same page. We all understand that. And we all know that we all have to bring our A game and focus.
Is there any motivation that you can draw from what's being said on the court? Because we can see when they're shooting on the court, we can see certain players enjoying the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe their success in the moment, talking to certain players on your team and making it known how successful they are.
That's all competition. That's all the game of basketball. Whether it's playoffs, whether it's preseason, whether it's a regular season game, whether it's going up against your rival opponent, there's always trash talking, there's always explicit language, there's always pushing and shoving, there's always a physical nature of the game. So it's all the competitive part of the game, and we embrace it, they embrace it. If you're an athlete, you embrace it, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
How much of the confidence, like they were a confident team too, last and all that. But if you guys are trying to combat that, you guys are talking about it, kind of missing it. How much of that confidence has to come from just how you play, or how much of that confidence you just walk into the building?
It starts when you walk into the building, with your demeanor and your attitude, and then as the game progresses forward. If you're making shots, if you're playing defense, if you're getting stops, your confidence is going to go through the roof, especially if you're hitting shots. You got your bench screaming, yelling, encouraging you on throughout the course of the game, and then you're feeling it, so that encouragement, that positive mindset, and that pretty much just feeling it mentality, it just gets stronger and stronger throughout the course of the game. So it starts in the beginning, the way you come into the arena, the way you focus prior to stepping foot on the court, and then throughout the course of the game, it just increases.
So did you feel that before game 2 that there was anything missing? Because you guys came off to the start.
No, I felt like we were all on the same page. I felt everybody was focused. I thought we all had a great mindset on what we needed to do in order to complete that job out there on the court and get the win. And we started off great. And just like game 1, just a certain play happened in the second quarter, and then from then on, we're fighting back to get into the game. So we just have to realize that when they punch us, we can't take steps back. We just have to keep pushing forward.
How much do you need Kyle to have that to be, at least to us, it seems like he's being pretty good.
I mean, of course, we would love Kyle, to be Kyle, but we all know that Kyle's battling some injuries right now, so of course we want him out there, whether he's hurt or whether he's not hurt. And we've won games without Kyle, we won games without DeMar, so who's on that court necessarily doesn't matter or shouldn't impact or affect the way that we play on a game, because we've played games and we've won good games against great teams without Kyle and DeMar and Lou or myself or whoever that may be. So whether who's out there, whether who's not out there, it shouldn't matter. The only thing that matters is who's out there and who's playing and how hard that we play.
What I meant was, given his foul trouble, Kyle is saying that he's got to balance the way he naturally plays and being aggressive. It's just, I mean, when you talk about demeanor and walking on the court with that kind of bravado, how much do you need Kyle, if he is playing, to have that bravado?
Kyle's our leader. You know, he's our general, he's our captain, he's our guy who carries us through the thick and the hard times. And most importantly, we need him out there. You know, whether he's in foul trouble or whether he's not, he knows how to play the game of basketball. He knows whether he should be aggressive or overly aggressive or not aggressive at all. So he's our main guy. You know, we need Kyle out there as much as possible. So Kyle knows that, coaching staff knows that, each player knows that. So we just got to make his job easier, especially in the playoffs right now.
Do you feel like, Wayne was talking yesterday about the need to move for Kyle and Lou and DeMar to move the ball in this Travis Scott? Do you feel like they can do a better job of that? You should be getting
We all can do a better job. Hats off to Washington. You know, they got their bigs on Kyle and DeMar and Lou, you know, and sometimes they can find us, sometimes they can't find us, and we have to make their job easier to find us, you know, so it's not all on them. You know, a lot of it plays on our parts as far as setting a ball screen or making ourselves available for them to throw it to us. So if we can move the ball, if we share the ball, we can throw it right back to them. They can get ISO, they can get a downhill drive. So it's just all about working together. It's all about, like I say, communicating and just helping each other out.